Salutations, everyone. We just discovered Boba Hansif's foot fetish and the start of FGO's feet finders. So now we're gonna see where the fuck this goes. Oh, there's fighting? Phew. You just used magical energy, didn't you? Yes, it felt like it was automatic, like the machine was sucking the life out of me. Hello, vampire, remember? Deal with it. Mechanisms like that always end up being my power sources. Are you okay, Mash? Yes, I am. My feet tingled a little, but that's all. See? I told you it'd be fine. Now shut up. Should be any moment now. Bruh. I can't. What is it? There we go. It's an instant camera, so it prints out a photo right on the spot. Isn't that the best? Now as for the contents. Alright, it's perfect. Awesome. Let me see that. Wow, this isn't just a photo. It's an entire file archive that contains all of the 3D and even Magecraft data related to her shoes. So you're just copying the localized magical energy patterns directly. That's such a convoluted process for an output like this. It circles all the way back around to incredible. You're using the ability of petrified mystic eyes to freeze something in place in a whole new way. It's so stupid, I love it. Was that a compliment? It sounded a lot more like an insult to me. Don't worry, it was a good stupid. I hate to admit it, but this is a masterpiece. What the fuck? So you're saying it's a breakthrough design? Well, I guess that's okay then. Alright, listen up. This is a point-and-shoot camera. Anyone can use it to capture the data of servants' high heels. It's made to be easier to handle if you already have mystic eyes. But pretty much anyone can use it. Since I'm so crazy generous, I made 3 of them for you, so make sure to take full advantage of them. Okay? Now, how long are you going to stand there flapping that photo around? Hurry up and put it in the binder already. Those pics are the whole point of all this, you know. As an added bonus, I'll even give you a quick rating, since I can technically see it remotely. This is what you want? That's right. I want data on every servant's high heels. And even if a servant doesn't wear heels, their shoes can still be a good reference for what makes a good heel. At least that's what I've come around to thinking lately. Heels are still the best, though. Alright, that should cover it. I set it up to open a path to my location once you've collected a certain number of files. Once you bring them to me, I'll end this whole anomaly business. So, then your objective is to gather data on every servant's shoes? Well, duh. What else would it be? Right. Of course. You've always, had a thing for shoes. Oh, then why was Galatea helping you? Galatea? Oh yeah, she's one of the few people who gets me. You know what she said with a straight face? I'd like you to study more about shoes, too. Feet are a crucial part of the human figure, after all. Maybe that's why we get along so well. Man, true designers really are on a whole other level. Oh, speaking of designers, I sent another fellow shoe aficionado there as a kind of chaperone. She should be there any moment now. Who is it? Yeah, she's there to make sure you losers don't slack off. I don't want to spend all week waiting for you to get me my pics. Oh, speak of the devil. Oh shit, it's Crane. Hell yeah. Bruh. Hello, I'll be your chaperone, Miss Bootline. Miss Crane? No, I told you I'm Miss Bootline. Doesn't the mask make it obvious? Bruh. Hee, right? I knew you knew your stuff, Mass P. Anyways, I'll just say I have my reasons for helping Boba Hansif. So I'll be tagging along doing my part to make sure everything goes smoothly. I also help with a little with designing those cameras. So I should also be able to help out with any simple technical problems you might run into. So what are these reasons you have for helping her? Hee, can't be too specific, but here's the hint. Clothes highlight the beauty of shoes, and at time, shoes highlight the beauty of clothes. The two go together perfectly. So as one devoted to the pursuit of wardrobe perfection, I am of course willing to lend a hand to those who seek aesthetic perfection. Yeah, that's about what I expected. So this is just because you have similar interests, like Galatea. Hang on. You and Galatea understand. Why did the other Medusas help you? I see. You needed to study how their mystic eyes work for these lenses' semi-petrification effect, so you hired them to help you. Not sure why you had them stall us too, but it cost you quite a pretty penny. Never mind that crap. Isn't there something more important you're supposed to be asking me? Yep, how many do we need? There we go. The season master always asks the right questions. Alright, let's see. I don't have an exact number. Let's say about 150 or so should do it. God damn. 150? Hey, I'm not about to pass up a chance like this. Believe me, I could have aimed higher. Besides, neighbors like you might mess it up if I make it too hard. You're welcome to deliver more than that if you'd like. You can never have too many patterns. Exactly. The more samples you got, the more designs you have to choose from. If you do an extra good job, there might even be a bonus in it for you. I know Mother used to give out special rewards all the time. Alright, get out there and work hard for me. Man, I could get used to this. I wanted to do the Jadakiss laugh, but I would not. Well, at least we know what we have to do. Right, we need to use the cameras and collect the data of servants' feet. Yup, we may not have had any choice in the matter, but it doesn't seem like it's the fastest way of resolving this situation. Now, let's discuss how we're going to tackle the specific challenges involved doing that. First off, in order to find all the servants we'll need, you have to make your way through the storm border, even though it's partially fused with a forest. Like I said earlier, 3D spatial connections here are screwy right now, and with all the trees getting in your way, there's no telling how long it'll take you to complete this task. Good news is, I don't think we'll run into too many walls that need to be kicked open anymore. Why is that? I learned something when I examined the camera. The special lenses appear to be made up of the same substance as the giant tree's glowing core. So you'd assume the whole purpose of the forest was to create these lenses. My guess is, those walls all needed to be kicked open. Were devices meant to gather concepts of feet, footprints, and shoes, all through the act of kicking. That's how she was able to complete these cameras that record everything there is to know about feet and shoes. Am I right? Can't reveal everything that went to the camera's production, but I won't refute your deduction either. Well done. Oh yeah, Oberon. I see. And while I'm at it, I'll tell you one more thing I learned about the cameras. In general, anyone can use them because they're automatically absorbed to users' magical energy to power them. But like Bubblehunt said, users who already have Mystic Eyes got a little something extra, which results in less magical energy being used than someone without Mystic Eyes. And that means we'll need to keep you on as a key member of the team tackling this situation, Medusa. What do you say? This job isn't going to end unless I say yes, right? I don't like being treated like a tool, but I guess it's unavoidable here. Just to be clear, I'm only doing this because it has to be done. So you don't need to thank me. Even so, it'll take forever for this to get done if we only rely on her. Since we have 3 cameras, I think we'll have to divide and conquer to get this done in time, even at the cost of some magical energy being drained. The photographers will probably need to rest up for a while to recover, but there shouldn't be any lasting damage. I agree. I think the best and most efficient way to resolve this is for all the servants, myself included, to share the load. That's not even counting servants like Mr. Georgios who are already expert photographers. I'm sure they'd be willing to help us out too. Exactly. We're going to have to keep relying on everyone for help to get through this. We also can't forget that some servants are probably going to resist us taking pictures of their shoes. We have no shortage of misanthropes and servants who play by their own rules. So there might be times where we need to get a little more persuasive than a practice sponge. Yep, that's true. I also found that having my picture taken resulted in a little shot from the Mystic Eyes effects. Some servants probably won't be willing to accept that. I only hope we can convince them to go along peacefully. Okay, I think that covers everything. What do y'all think? Does it seem doable? Yes, we may have a long way ahead of us. But if we all work together, I'm certain we can get our data on those servants' shoes. It won't be a problem. Let's just hurry up and get this over with. Yes, I think that would be for the best. May not have a delivered deadline per se. There's no telling what Boba Han might do if she loses patience with how long it's taking us. That aside, never been able to steal more than a passing glance at service footwear until now. To think it's finally completely okay for me to openly ogle them as much as I want. I can't wait. Jesus. It's not completely okay. This whole situation is still a major pain in the ass for the whole border, you know. Oh yes, I am sorry about that. I never wanted to make any trouble for Chaldea. But since I couldn't stop her, I thought I might at least be able to help bring an end to this all sooner if I helped her reach her goal. That said, I won't deny that I'm taking advantage of this opportunity. I understand, Miss Crane. So Mama Han Stiff is still the mastermind behind all this. You're only helping her out in a limited capacity. That's Miss Bootline, please. Hypothetically, even if I were a relatively well-known designer, it would hardly be unusual to use a different name when experimenting with a different style, none? Let's just leave it at that, if you wouldn't mind. Regardless, I'm still here to help resolve the situation quickly, just like all of you are. I'm also happy to help with this photo taking, so don't be afraid to ask. Cranes, birds of a feather flock together, right? Alright, let's get started. Foo. Alright, so now we're going to get our St. Quartz. And with that being said, I'm sure I still have a long way to go. Oh, a heel portrait. So let's see. Oh. That's a big collection. Alright, that's 2 quests complete. Alright. So it seems it's still got a pretty good minute to go. Oh yeah. So I genuinely do not think that I'm going to be able to finish this event. So with that being said, I'll probably try to knock this out on my own. But I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the recording and uploading. So I do want to apologize to everyone. For the people who have been trying to keep up with this series, I've tried to keep up myself. To be honest, it's just been hard to find the motivation to record, and then the time also with just real life and personal situations that I'm going through. With that being said, if you have watched up to this point, I appreciate your support. I appreciate y'all watching. Doing a playthrough of this has been pretty fun. And I hope that when the next event comes around, that I'm able to give y'all a full-fledged playthrough. And like I said, if I am able to finish this and catch up, then I will definitely be posting the rest. If not, again, I just wanted to apologize again and just look forward to the future content and next event. But overall, I had fun and I really enjoyed this. So again, thank y'all for your continued support. And I will check y'all next time. Peace. Y'all take care and have a good night.